Welcome to the Guinness World Record attempt for the largest cultural awareness lesson in 24 hours. Our lesson is called the Big WAD lesson, and WAD stands for World Afro Day. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll be exploring the culture, history and significance of Afro hair. Please watch all 3 sections as a bit of a reflection, but also to prove your engagement, as Guinness World Record officials will be monitoring this. Remember, it's not too late to share with your networks and beyond. We want as many people as possible to create this world record, and we'll let you know when this record has been created. There is no doubt that the culture of African people across the diaspora is inspirational and influential. Our culture produces invention and reinvention across the globe, from sport, music, entertainment, to social media and art. Our culture is admired, copied, and commercialized, but what about our hair? The world has not yet embraced the creativity and culture of Afro hair. The cornucopia of hairstyles can often be misunderstood. Our hair can be seen as a trend, exotic and extreme, rather than the norm. But the truth is, in this lesson, we want to share the wonder of Afro hair and why it's so important.
This is Afro hair. Hair that comes in all shapes, colors, sizes, and textures. Hair that deserves protection. Hair so versatile, it can withstand infinite styles. Hair so powerful, it became a symbol of liberation. Good hair. Hair so iconic, it created culture, identity, and art. Hair that is as unique as the person it grows from. Hair that is whatever you want it to be. Happy World Afro Day.
I just got an email from the principal of the school who said that she changed the announcements today to celebrate that it was World Afro Day, and and just talk about why World Afro Day exists, which is to celebrate the positivity and the beauty in all people, and just this like really short, quick paragraph to my request. And I am a wreck over it in a really good way. We live in a conservative area. Our kids go to a conservative school, and they just over the announcements celebrated World Afro Day. And I'm really, really proud of that.
Hello, happy Global World Afro Day. Do you know what? This is actually Afro. This is my natural hair. Nothing done to it, just how God made me. This is actually the first time in decades I've had my hair like this. I've had it permed, I've had it twisted, I've had it, whatever have I had? Wigs that I lose when I go out. I've had everything in. I've even had jerry curls. Do you remember those? So, but I just wanted to stop by and say, however you wear your hair, have a wonderful day and rock your afro the way you want. Mwah.
The word Afro is most associated with a cylindrical shaped hairstyle with tight coils or big curls. Afro also means something of African origin, and it also refers to the hair type most associated with African people. But it's also worn by other people like the Fijians, who call it buinya, and it is a source of national pride. The Afro hair type is incredibly diverse, from loose and wavy to curly and coily, from the tightest kinks to knotted dreads. In fact, it's not widely known, but some African children can be born with matted hair, and it appears to be dread-like. In Nigeria, these children are known as dada, and they are seen to be rare and spiritual. Their families refuse to cut their hair for many years, and only their mother is permitted to touch it. Traditional beliefs can be mixed in with Christianity, and this can culminate in hair cutting ceremonies. In the Igbo language, the children are referred to as Izinwa, meaning child king, because of the way their hair sits on top of their head like a crown. These perceptions of dada children are in direct contrast to the way that dreadlocks can be maligned and perceived as low status, undesirable, or even associated with drugs in Western culture and other parts of the world. Despite commonly held beliefs, dreadlocks are not just about Rastafarianism or a rebellious hairstyle, but they can also be a natural hair condition, which comes from Afro hair's locking, knotting, and twisting nature. There are so many hairstyles that can reflect Afro hair that it truly is an art form. Afro styles are not just varied because of culture, but also because of science. Textured hair can be misperceived to be strong, when actually it's the opposite and it's the most delicate of all hair types. Curlier hair types have a raised cuticle layer, which means it can absorb and lose water more quickly than other hair types. There are some significant differences between hair types. Number 1, hair shapes. Afro hair is more flattened or elliptical. Think a little bit like tagliatelle. Straight hair is more circular, more like spaghetti in appearance. Number 2, hair diameter. Afro hair is the thinnest in diameter of all hair types. We compare that to straight hair, particularly Asian, which has the largest diameter, making it the strongest. Number 3, growth rate. Afro hair generally has the slowest growth rate. Again, we compare that to straight hair, particularly Asian hair, which has the fastest growth rate. European hair has a growth rate between the two. Number 4, moisture retention. Afro hair kinks and coils means it's harder for the oils, the natural oils of sebum, to travel down the shaft. Raised cuticles also means that it's harder to maintain moisture within the strand. This makes it the driest of all hair types. European hair moisture retention varies, but Asian hair generally retains moisture well. This is why so many African hairstyles involve braiding and binding the hair in some way to retain moisture and strength. This is in direct contrast to European hair types, which frequently leave their hair loose. European hair has regular washing to remove oil from the hair, whereas Afro hair has less frequent washing to retain moisture and keep oil locked in. We often use multiple products in order to do this. So the key learning point is, different hair science leads to different hair types, which leads to different hairstyles for Afro hair. So it's the science as much as the culture which determines the amazing array of Afro textured hairstyles, from braids to bantus to puffs, locks and fades. Many styles tend to be unisex, so men and boys can be in braids just as much as women and girls. This is why there have been historic clashes within education, because many schools do not understand the cultural significance of African hair traditions. However, many people living in the West experience hair as an expression of resistance and freedom. Many people claim big hair and big afros not to make political statements, like in the 60s, but to make statements to themselves. Afro hair is wonderful and I will be seen. How often do you see people rocking their afros or African hairstyles? And what do you think when you see it? Afro hair is different to straight hair in so many ways. We have wash days that can take all day, and styling techniques like braids or micro locks that can take up to days to complete. We spend huge amounts of time and money on our hair, maintaining it and making it more beautiful, or perhaps more acceptable, depending on your point of view. However, there is no question on the sheer variety and creativity that goes into wearing our crowns. Now, variety means that many of us like to switch up our hair from day to day or week to week, and this can prompt lots of curiosity or questions from onlookers, so sometimes a little guidance is needed. When someone with Afro hair comes in with a new style, which questions and answers are okay? What have you done? I liked it better when it was straight. This is highly insensitive and could imply a European hair appearance is more acceptable than an African one. Is that all yours? This can be deemed rude and critical. Hair attachments are part of thousands of years of African hair history, and that's our business and not yours. Can I touch it? Touch what? My hair? Would you really like someone to ask to touch a part of your body? Isn't that a bit weird? Even worse if you do this without asking. No one really wants to be a human exhibit. Hair touching is really unpleasant for the majority of people with Afro hair, and research shows that children find this the most difficult issue with their hair, and it can start as young as 2 years old. Answer our quiz and see how you do.